This is a week that I feel like 2 or 3 years down the line, we're going to be looking back on this week as a monumental week for the platform and what's being birthed this week. I believe in this shit a lot, man. I really do. Destiny waits for no man.
Like empires, we rise and then we fall. Can the tides
A climb to the top is met with many challenges, obstacles, opportunity.
I know if I don't do this and go as hard as I want to, I'm gonna regret this forever.
I make music for my family, man. It's my dream.
And people who don't have anybody, you know what I'm saying? I'm that somebody for them, you know what I'm saying? I'm that artist, I'm their friend.
I feel like a win for me is a win for Next Up.
Tonight we write the second chapter. Tonight the story continues.
I'm almost able to do everything. I'm very versatile with what I do.
Shout out Next Up. Let's get this bread.
Who will rise to the occasion?
If I don't win, then y'all lost, bro.
It's not you, it's me.
Tonight the lights are on. This year the stakes have never been higher. 64 artists from all over the world go to battle.
I'm really just trying to be my authentic self. You name it, I know how to do it.
I'm about to win this shit.
I'm in my own lane. I make my own genre.
I'm not afraid to have my own sound and be myself.
$500 is on the line, bro.
My music can speak for itself at the end of the day.
But there can only be one champion, one winner, one survivor.
I'm winning the Next Up Gauntlet.
And I'm gonna be the champion.
I'm winning this Next Up Gauntlet.
I will be winning the Next Up Gauntlet.
I'm winning this Next Up Gauntlet.
You don't really have a choice whether or not I win.
And I am the motherfucking Next Up.
For some, the journey ends tonight. But for others, they're one step closer to immortality. Place your bets, get your popcorn, and enjoy the ride, because the gauntlet starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Next Up Gauntlet. This is night 2. It is time. It is time.
Who do we have up in this mother chat? Yo, what is good? B Murph, how we doing? Blake Madness, Alex Stevenson, Zekin, Enase, Parcelable, Cooper, Sweeney, Deke Dump, ISO Young, LBM, Grant, Caves. Boys, if you guys tuned in last night, the gauntlet got started off an epic, I say last night, Monday night. The gauntlet started off crazy, bro. And tonight is gonna be nothing but the same. We're gonna get into how everything works, just to explain some things. But to my judges, how we doing?
We're doing great. Let's go. Yes.
Ready to hear some more shit, boys and girls.
Everybody hit a whip on 3. 1, 2, 3.
I will never do that. That's crazy.
Yeah. All right.
Oh.
I
just watch.
Playing some really good ass songs, and I'm hoping y'all top the night we did before, bro. Cause
Facts.
last year, second night was better. So I'm hoping we continue that trend and we just get better and better as the songs go on.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all see, we whipped tonight. Had a little bit of a speed bump, you dig me? But we got that figured out. And when it get dark, we gonna figure that out too. So stay tuned. I got some stuff.
You gotta open up that thing. What's it called? The blind thing. Does it got the lights on it?
Huh?
It's like the thing on top. What do you call it? It's like, no. It's like the thing you fold down when the sun's in your eyes.
Sun visor.
That shit. Sun visor.
Have a name?
Yeah, the sun visor. I never knew what this was called.
I never
did. Does it have a light? Does it have a light on it?
Nah, bro, this one don't got that, bro.
Damn.
Well, boys, tonight is the night, and obviously, you know, I mean, these aren't updated brackets, but I mean, it's going down. It's going down. Who is gonna make it? Who is winning the Next Up Gauntlet? You guys let us know in the chat right now. And we did make one change, so I do want to kind of go over that here in just a minute. As far as the rules, y'all know the deal. We went over it last night. Each song's voted on by our 4 judges, 1 through 10, equaling a total score of 40. You guys, the chat vote as well, equaling a total score of 5. And as far as the tiebreakers, which I do apologize that we didn't go over how the tiebreakers worked ahead of time. But how that works is, which as you can see, we listed down below in the description. So all scores will be rounded to the nearest whole, right? So like a 30.5 turns to a 31, a 24.3 turns to a 24. In the event of a tie, another pair of songs will be played and they will be judged by the exact number. So no rounding will go down in the tiebreaker round. And we have other stuff that happens if that is tied. But yeah. It is time to get this thing going. Judges, are we ready for our first matchup?
No.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely not.
Who we starting with?
All right, let's see. Let's find out who we starting off with here tonight. And boom. To start this thing off, it looks like we have Temptation going up against B Murph. Let's hear from these artists.
What's up, guys? My name's Temptation. I'll be competing in the 2022 Next Up Gauntlet. I'm 21 years old. I'm located out in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I believe that I'll be the Next Up Gauntlet winner because simply I'm just versatile. I can make a SoundCloud hit and I can make a radio hit.
What's good? I'm B Murph. I'm an 18-year-old artist from Australia and I'm winning the Next Up Gauntlet. Simple as that. Nah, honestly, the main reason I'm doing this gauntlet is to gain some more exposure. You know, hopefully you guys, the audience, can enjoy my music. Because I'd like to think that my music is relatable, so if I had any chance at winning, I think it would be because my lyrics and the music that I put out is relatable to that of a younger audience and stuff like that, like through the troubles and heartbreak and addictions or whatever people go through. I go through a lot of that too, so I like to put that into my music in like a meaningful way that the audience can relate. But I think it's going to be hard. I think there's going to be some great competition in this, you know, so I'm looking forward to seeing everyone else's submissions. You know, maybe I could get some future collaborations out of this gauntlet. So yeah, we'll just see what happens. Overall though, thank you Next Up for having me on this, and let's get into it.
Well, boys, before we start this matchup, the first matchup of the night, let me know in the chat who's taking this one home. Is it going to be Temptation or B Murph? Let me know. Let me know. All right, judges, we are starting this one off with Temptation. The name of the song is Cliche. Let's run it.
Glitchy.
Glitchy.
Okay, switch.
I ain't tryna sound like a cliche. To my heart and it gon' break. I won't fall, no way. Going down, now I'm left in a grave. In a grave, 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 in a grave. I can't stay, I can't stay. Girl, you play, girl, you play. Too much, too much. Girl, you got me fucked up, fucked up. No, 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 no. Too much, too much. No, no, no. Got me sick to my stomach. Got me sick, about to plummet. Going down, going down. And I ain't coming back, no. I ain't running back, no. To my heart and soul. Take it all, take it all, take it all. I ain't tryna sound like a cliche. To my heart and it gon' break. I won't fall, no way.
right, boys. Shout out to Temptation. Yo, so tonight we are dropping the poll right now. You guys can vote. We're keeping it up for 2 minutes. So you guys have 2 minutes to vote on Temptation in the chat. But yeah, let's start off with Jay.
I mean, track was really chill. I didn't hate it at all. I feel like your voice or your vocals needed to be de-essed a little bit because just sometimes the high end just kind of punched a little too much. But I think the beat was unique. The melodies were there. You had nice harmonies that I could hear and sax that were throughout the song. Sometimes your main vocal could have been pushed or nudged a little bit forward just so it is more in tune with the kick and the snare on this kind of song, or just kind of fit to be more locked in with those drums. I mean, outside of that, I gave it a 6.
All right.
It's not the best song I've ever heard, but it's not bad at all.
Yeah, I guess I would kind of piggyback off of that too. I think that this is kind of one of those what I call in the middle type songs. So for me, a middle type of song isn't bad, and anything below a 5 I consider bad. So when I say in the middle, it's a slightly above average, I would say. So I'm gonna give this a 7. Just get piggyback off of the mix. The highs a little too sharp at times. It just kind of hurt my ears, especially during the long notes. Just definitely a very resonant frequency in the 3 to 4K range that just hurt a little bit, but it didn't last long, so it didn't ruin the song for me. I just turned it down slightly. But yeah, I give you a 7.
Sure.
Yeah. I definitely think it was pretty harsh on the high end as well, but I mean, besides that, I think the thing that was standing out most to me was kind of the kick. Felt like it was more of just a gust of air at this point. It feels like it's been really compressed and limited, and it took out all the punch and the kick. And I mean, looking at the waveform, it just feels like the master's been a little bit overdone. I understand that it... What?
The transience is gone.
Yeah, no, exactly. So I think if you redid the master, it would just be a lot smoother and cleaner. I know it gives it sort of this raunchy classic rock sort of distorted guitar feel when you do a lot of compression and stuff like that, but it forces it on it rather than giving it the effect. So I would try to use plugins and just lower the volumes of things and remaster it and make it a lot cleaner so those kicks stand out and stuff like that. But yeah, either way, gave this a 7. Thought it was definitely solid. And I'm pretty familiar with cliche stuff, and I like some of it for sure. It's just not my favorite.
For sure.
Did you call him cliche?
Oh, sorry, that's not my fault. That's the song. Temptation. My bad.
He's sitting there
he's a money man. Cliche.
Not cliche.
But far from it.
Well, listening to it, I mean, I thought it was cool. I didn't think it was bad, but at the same time, it wasn't something I would necessarily think I would add to my playlist, or arguably just go and listen to again. And not to sound harsh, but overall, I just feel in general that I've kind of heard that song before, and I also feel a little bit that I've just heard it done a little bit better. And I don't think that you did a bad job, but I just if you're gonna do something that I feel I've heard before in multiple times in multiple different ways, and just another variation of that, I feel you gotta really blow me away, and that's something I pretty much say every stream. So overall, I'll give this one a 6.
All right. Oh, we getting creative with it for sure.
There, MacBook maybe.
Yo, well, shout out to Temptation. His challenger is B Murph. As far as the chat, you guys voted 41% on that. We'll have a final vote after B Murph. Let's check this out.
Matchup.
I slip and fall back in your arms, but it's not what I really want. So baby, fuck off. I don't wanna be here no more. Love ya, no I don't, not anymore. Fuck off. Oh baby, fuck off. Am I not enough? That's what they all say to me. Fuck off. Why won't you just let me be? Fuck off. chemistry's dead and there's nothing more that needs to be said. But still holding on to something at your reach. You got me begging on my knees, screaming out, baby, please. Fuck off, I don't wanna be here no more. Love ya, no I don't, not anymore. Fuck off, oh baby, fuck off. Am I not enough? That's what they all say to me. Fuck off, why won't you just let me be? Fuck off, oh baby, fuck off. Oh baby, fuck off. Fuck off, I don't wanna be here no more. Love ya, no I don't, not anymore. Fuck off, oh baby, fuck off.
Tough.
All right, boys. The poll is in the chat right now. You have 2 minutes to vote on B. Murph. Jay, how we feeling?
For what the song is, it shit has a lot of potential. Definitely needs like a video, a visual, something like that. I feel like at parts the auto tune was a little shaky. It would go, in and out within the stacks. Like so, then I could hear whenever like multiple vocals were going at once, I could hear the wrong notes very prominently. The hook, fire, catchy. The mix is good aside from your vocals high end, which is like a trend, I guess, in this kind of like lane of music. It's usually just super crispy, like scratchy high end in a vocal. But outside of that, I gave it an 8. If you had like the cleaned up auto tune, slightly adjusted vocals, like just that little extra mile on that mix would have gave it a way higher score. Like it would have been like 9.9, 10, maybe 11. Who knows? But I give you 8.
Right.
Yeah, I think like that too. With the high end, it's a little harsh. Honestly, I think it's a good pair up, good matchup. Both of the songs kind of fit the same lane, and it's kind of cool how they both kind of like grabbed from like that 2000s rock like type of vibe. I thought it was nice hearing that, but it was okay. I think that the whole fuck off thing is cool. It gets people hype and shit like that, although I feel like it might pander a little bit, but that's kind of what you're supposed to do with music. So I'm gonna give you a 7. I feel like it could have been done a little bit better on the technical ends of the song, and just like I think that you did a good job at staying somewhat original in a lane that a lot of people do. So props.
Let's go.
Yeah. I'm gonna copy and paste Jay's critique on the auto tune because I felt like that was like completely on point with what I was noticing. It was like, I think the one line in the hook where you say fuck off one of the times, it's like it just really wobbled and it was like
fucks up a little bit.
Yeah, there was something geek in there for sure. So I feel like if that was fixed up, it would have almost added a point for me because I was picking up on that. Like once I heard it the first time, I was hearing it throughout, and so like that just triggered like a chain of events with the auto tune. So cleaning those up for sure, like whether you do it manually or just do a retake, definitely would help. I loved the energy. I felt like the master was pretty solid on this one too. Pretty loud in the spots it needed to be, and it was like full of energy. I really rocked with it. I thought I had one more thing I was gonna say about it, but yeah, I mean the auto tune was the thing that stood out the most for me. Definitely a great matchup. I'm gonna give this one an 8.
All right.
All right. So, my fault, Memo. But all right, for me, I really like the song. Like, there's definitely some technicalities that you could work out, fix the auto tune, the high ends, et cetera, et cetera. But like, I liked it overall. Like, it's something that I would honestly like maybe go listen to again type shit. Like, yeah. I think it has potential to be a 10, like Jay said, real shit. Like, I actually really liked it. Now, as far as my vote, I give it an 8.
Right. There's so much anticipation with that. 8.
I think too, like it kind of lacked in a build up on the final chorus. I was kind of expecting like a cool like chant thing at the end, because
I
you
feel that.
do like the da thing, and I was expecting
even
like a
like a double
crowd type
time.
of just like something
Like
that
where the
made it feel
drums go
bigger at the end.
faster. That'd be
Yeah.
fire.
Definitely need a visual, like July said as well too. Definitely need a visual. Or was that Jay?
That was Jay. Yeah.
My fault.
All right, boys. Well, we have a final score right here. Judges voted Temptation a total of 26. He got 41% slap, which was a 2.05, making Temptation's final score 28.5. And B Murph had 31 points from the judges and 80% from you guys, equaling 35. Winning this one by around 6.5. So shout out to B Murph. You have advanced to the next round. Let's go. Well, let's get on to our next matchup. Let's show. All right. Coming up next, boys, we have, looks like Duhan going up against Loki Totem. Let's hear from the artist.
It's Duhan. I'm 24 years old, and I'm coming from NFE, California. Reason why I think I'll win 2022's Next Up Gauntlet tournament, one is because of my versatility. I know how to make pop songs, rap songs, funk songs, R&B songs, you name it, I know how to do it. Two, I have a very unique voice. Over the past years, I know how to blend my rapping voice and my singing voice very well when it comes to my music. And three, I love making catchy hooks. When you get a chance to listen to my music, you'll definitely understand that. I hope you guys have a good one, and let's get it poppin'.
Hi, my name is Loki Totem. I love making music, clearly. There's a wide range of genres and artists that I like. I'm always, interested in finding out and doing something new. I love new instruments, clearly, always, learning it and just seeing what I can do. I think I'm gonna win this competition because I was born to make music, and in the Watts family, a real strong key is our work ethic. So if you have talent and work ethic, you can't lose.
All right, boys. Well, let me know down in the chat, who do we think is taking this round, Duhan or Low-Key Totem? Real fast before we jump into this one, guys, we have a donation that just came through from Davey Beats. He says,
what city/state does everybody live in?
What city/state does everybody live in? Let us know in the chat. Big shout out to Davey Beats for the $30 donation. We appreciate that a lot. All right. Well, we are starting this one off with Low-Key Totem. This is called Forbes.
Throw me on the beat, bruh. Throw me on the hot track. Anything good gonna take its time, bruh. The way your patience is. I know. You feel like you may never blow. There's really no way to be sure. I know. The rest they got you feeling low. Big up, get up, right out the door. Gotta bring it up, they ain't doing it for me. Feel it in my gut, they gon' send me in Forbes. Been in the cut, tryna work on my story. Barely see it much, but I feel like I'm 40. Say about the way, tryna be low-key. Working on the list, and I'm watching it closely. I'm just tryna hit pop shit like my brodies. Tryna get the bread for us all getting moldy. Do it for myself, never needed a trophy. Working on my health, can't be moving on Moby. Tryna be creative in the cloud like Adobe. I can barely see cause the lab is too smoky. Tight account sheep, tryna eat like coyote. When they look at me, they be seeing a goatee. Always flowing sick, turn the green like I'm Yoshi. They thought I wouldn't stick, oh shit, he a phony. Oh shit, he a phony. Oh shit, he a... Okay, go and get it, I don't see what you worried about. Yeah, they don't got the vision to see. Yeah, I never let that shit bother me. I'm riding with no hands moving free. I got bands on the low and I got shows in the streets. I know. You feel like you may never blow. There's really no way to be sure. I know. I know. The rest they got you feeling low. Big up, get up, right out the door. Man, I gotta bring it up. Yeah, I gotta bring it up. I can't be waiting for the luck, no, I don't never duck. Not any day I'm growing up, Guess it's by more than just a buck, man, I gotta bring it up. Yeah, I gotta bring it up, I can't be waiting for the luck, and it's got me burning up, It's got me burning by the touch, I'm getting hotter than the mud. I know. You feel like you may never blow. There's really no way to be sure. I know. The rest they got you feeling low. Big up, get up, right out the door.
All right, boys. Well, we are dropping the poll right now. You have 2 minutes to vote for Loki Totem.
Okay.
And we are going to start with Jay.
This song felt mad long. Like, it felt like it went on a really long time.
I know.
I know. The vocals were way too like warm. Like, you cut out no low end in your vocals, so that like you're right up on the mic, but it sounds like, so the performance is really like held back. It feels like you're hesitating as you record. Like, you're holding back a lot of what you can do as a vocalist. The vocal mix in general is just really butt. I just feel like it's just not that good for the vocal mix. They're just not sitting. They're way too high above the beat. Like, they're not in the instrumental. It's like they're in two completely different places. And outside of that, I gave it a 5. It's like right down the middle. Could be way better, but like the execution isn't all the way there.
Sure.
Hey, man, I'm surprised you gave it a 5. To be honest,
You thought I was gonna give it lower or something?
I thought it was gonna be lower. Yeah, just based on the mix.
Was I too nice?
I think you're a little too nice.
I gave it a 4.
But yeah, I think that this song needs a lot of work. That vocal mix, man, it's just really not it, and I'm huge on that. And I think, like, if you're gonna have a bad vocal mix, you got to make up for it in some way, and the beat and the way that you like flowed on it, I felt like was just very simple, really simple. Wasn't anything that really stood out too much, so it was hard for me to get behind. I think that if you were trying to make this a little bit more interesting, I would have put some more variation, a little bit more things to do during your time on the song. I gave it a 3. I know it's harsh. But I really didn't enjoy this song, and I am not gonna lie to you. I don't think that you're a bad artist. I think this song just isn't good.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you've checked like the default boxes, which gets you like most of the way there. Like, you're on time, so you got the rhythm. You're for the most part like in key with the concept. And I mean, the beat has the emotion that you're writing follows. Like, it follows the same sort of like emotion. It's not like anything's unmatched here, but it feels extremely unmixed. Like, your vocals are very, very raw. Like, there doesn't feel like there's really anything going on there. And especially the EQing. Like, the EQing kind of shapes your vocals and like how they feel. And right now there's just literally all mid and low punch, and it's just like really loud and not super satisfying with the emotion of the song. So of course that's where the mix comes in, and I can agree with Jay as well with like a bit of the like you're holding back. It just sounds like you're very close and you're kind of whispering everything you're doing, like you're just saying a low volume. You're not projecting any of the emotion that you want to get across. So yeah, I definitely don't think it's bad. I feel like this is like 2 years from now you could redo this song and it would be like quite good. Like, it would bump up to like a 7. It's not like the concept isn't there. It's just the execution isn't the greatest, in my opinion. And that's, one of the most important parts of the listening experience. So I'm gonna give it a 4.
Not a bad artist, just a bad song. I'm gonna stick by that.
Yo, so ready? All right, bet. Let's go. So this song for me, I didn't like it either. Sad to say. I wasn't the biggest fan. Something I will say about it is some of the flows you had, like I actually appreciated it, and I could see like them being done better, if that makes sense. And I saw someone in the chat commented on that as well. Like the way you were saying things, I like appreciated. Like the flow you were using is like a common flow that I actually fuck with. The way you were delivering it is what I didn't like, if that makes sense. So, which is kind of biting off what July said, because all that really means is you're a good artist. This is just a bad song.
Yeah.
Like you have something going on that I could see potential in me liking, but this song is just not it for me. So I gave this one 5, dog.
Right.
Okay, so me and Rick in the same boat.
Yeah, I feel like you have a lot of potential to build off of, and you didn't show it on that song. That's all it was. You know, like I know a lot of people take like the harsh criticisms and turn it into hate, but we're here to criticize you, not to hate on you. Just remember that. You know, this is all constructive.
Facts. Well, his competition is Duhan. The name of the song is The Way It Is. Let's check it out.
This could be your old song, but you vanished, made a run that was so wrong. Can't believe I should have done what I'm supposed to. This ain't no slow song tonight. I just managed to damage a certain ego out of spite. For the bags, rags to the riches, cause I know. Ain't never flinch on my opposition, cause I know. Just what I want, how I'ma live it. A lot of sacrifice, heavy commitment. Talking outside hills, marijuana, just when I wanna. Bought some shoes, 4 bills, found the layers, my lasagna. Foundation built, just checking off on my corners. I ain't weak, just filled with patience. I know my moment gonna come. And that's when we all jumping, celebrating the days. Ramen noodles is how we munchin'. I can't lay and reminisce on all the functions that we do to get a screw. Sometimes that was how we running, and I pray that the days get better. Weather clear up, the spirit up, we pick up the cheddar. Never fear us, been near us, they hating all the leather. Now you been stuck with no bucks, you faking all your efforts. It is the way it is. When you're driving out 100 on the road, I just can't get caught in the mix. This why I hate being alone, but this how the story begins. Cars, hoes, money in the clothes. Can a young nigga be content? Working hard, living up on my own. I want love, loving all the commitment, but another drug takes you to an addiction. So I huddle up, trying to find what was missing. I can't open up, vulnerable intuition. Worse than stumble up, scramble inside my vision. When I wanna love, always gotta do missions just to bundle up. Peace and how I'ma give it, and pieces begin to fall. My balance losing my riches. Can I call when my pockets smelling rough? I just see my wall climbing and giving up, and I stumble across pennies of thought. Niggas that's broke, they morally lost. A little heart to heart, never feel unappreciated. That's the start of trying to put someone who your name is. Never bought, steady moving the hustle. Something coming around, like working out all your muscles. But it is the way it is. When you're driving out 100 on the road, I just can't get caught in the mix. This why I hate being alone, but this how the story begins. Cars, hoes, money in the clothes. Can a young nigga be content? Working hard, living up on my own. This is the way it is. When you're driving out 100 on the road, I just can't get caught in the mix. This why I hate being alone, but this how the story begins. Cars, hoes, money and all the clothes. Can a young nigga be content? Working hard, living up on my own.
All right, shout out to Duhan. We have dropped the poll. You guys have 2 minutes to vote. 2 minutes.
What you got, Jay?
Shit was smooth.
Hell yeah.
The beginning was mad off time. Like OD off time. I was like, what is happening? Like, because it was I couldn't follow the tempo to it. Like, I couldn't catch it off the cadence. Which is kind of like the issue if you're gonna do like kind of like a swingy kind of rhythm or cadence before any drums come in. Because then it's just going to throw me off if I'm not going to be able to instantly catch it off the melody and the cadence. But then when the actual beat came in, you started catching the beat more, which made me kind of like be more intrigued or more like I was enjoying the song a little bit more as soon as them drums came in, and then that hook was good. There were certain takes that you did that you could have did over that like kind of had like shaky singing now and again like throughout the song. I feel like I would turn the reverb up just like the tiniest fucking bit, but that's like a stylistic thing. And throughout the song there were like on and off time vocals. It wasn't like a consistent like the doubles would come in and it would be off time Like sometimes like these kind of like ad lib vocals that were stacked would be like way too early or way too late. Like outside of that, I gave it a 7 just because it could be executed better. Like those next 3 points you could have gotten would have been in that like slight like adjustment, kind of like making those vocals hit more, and kind of like I'm more intrigued with your vocal performance than like the instrumental. The instrumental was fire.
Crazy.
That beat was beautiful. I love that beat. So yeah, 7. I'm gonna put my mic down.
All right.
I'll be honest, bro. I fucked with this song heavy. And bro, you slid, you know, like, but the problem was that you faded in and out of the pocket so much, and when you did it, you didn't do it like stylistically to just enough to where it was okay. It's like you were off for a good chunk, and then you'd come back in, and when it was on, it was so fucking dope. And I think you got a dope voice, I think you got a dope cadence, I think you got a great beat selection on your hands. This is a 10 out of 10 song that was executed at an 8 level. And I think that when it comes down to it, that's all you got to do is fix the timing. And bro, I really feel like this could have been a 10 out of 10 song, bro. Like for real. And then just like some of the vocal delivery near like the middle of the song, it seemed like you were a little flat on certain areas and stuff, where maybe like the autotune didn't connect as much as you wanted it to, or something like that. And at that point, like, throw a little bit of manual tuner in it if you don't want to like redo the take and shit like that. But like ultimately, this is a great song, or it at least has the potential to be a great song, and I would have put it on my playlist.
Yeah.
What's your score? I apologize. What's your score?
It was an 8.
8. Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah. I can agree. I've heard this song before, and I definitely agree. I'm pretty sure I made the same comment that some of the timing was off. Like that first like 20 seconds or something in the intro, like I didn't like, there was no rhythm to be caught there. I don't even know how the vocals were put on that. Like I was a little confused, but then it like comes in and the beat starts like kicking real nice and it's super smooth. So I don't know how you would maybe like redo the beginning. That I think was like setting me up for like it was setting my brain up for failure. You know what I mean? Like you're like, oh yeah, this is about to be really off time.
What's about to happen? I'm like, yo, this is about to be crazy. You said he was good. And then the beat came and he caught that shit instantly. I was like, oh, okay.
100%. Like it spins around right as the beat starts kicking. So I am a little confused at the beginning. The hook is super catchy. The layering is fucking phenomenal. And I love your voice. Like your voice stands out to me so well. Like I really, really like it. And I think your vocal chain, everything is perfect. I agree that I think this would take it to a 10 out of 10 if there was a little bit of, fixing going on in some of the lines where they like, kind of slip out of the pocket. Like I understand there's a way you can do it that's artistically, like it's an artistic choice. At certain points, it does feel like it might be a little overdone, like it's done too many lines and you start to notice it, or it's like it's gone too far off in certain lines. So it's very like minor details like that I think just, fix up a song for me personally, but I'm gonna give it a solid 8. Could be reaching a 9. I wouldn't be upset with that score either, but yeah, I'm gonna go 8 on this one.
Okay, so my boy, that shit was gas, dog. Now, this is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna just speak on the experience that I had when the song came on. So when it started, like the moment I heard your voice, I was interested. Like I was like, yo, like I immediately felt like you was going to be fired, right? Immediately felt like you was going to be fired.
Yeah.
And then like maybe like 3 to 4 seconds later, I was like, I swear to God, I was like, what the fuck? Like, cause I could not catch the rhythm in your intro at all. So then I was like, damn, like, I swear to God, in my head, I had made up what I was gonna say. I was like, yo, I'm gonna literally say, thought this was gonna be gas, and now this shit turned ass, right? But then I kept listening, and bro, my nigga, like, that shit was so hard. This is my favorite song of the night, bro. Like, arguably could be a 10 out of 10. And the thing about, like, all the issues that everyone else spoke on that are within there, like, I appreciate them, bro. I think it's beautiful, and what besides the offbeat shit that's going on at the beginning, I think the imperfections are beautiful on your record, bro. I think that shit is dope sometimes, and this is one of those times for me, bro. This is my favorite song of the night for sure. A record I'm gonna play again after this shit, bro. I'm gonna check out some of your other shit, and I cannot wait to see what you bring in the next rounds, dog. Shout out, bro, and I get this song a 9 for sure.
You were definitely Randy Jackson.
All right.
You and I, dog.
Yeah, that'll be your
right.
song.
Well,
You like catfished me.
Well, judges, we have us a final right here. Loki Totem ended up with 17.6, and Duhan ended up with 36.35. Shout out to Loki Totem. Shout out to Duhan. Duhan, you have now advanced to round number 2.
Shout out to homie Duhan, man.
Good luck.
What you gonna do, huh?
Good luck. Well, look, before we go to the next matchup, we had a donation that came through real quick, so let's see what this about.
Himks VI blushes.
Okay. MMXVII number 1 fan sent $10, said hi 2017 and blushed. Shout out. I appreciate that $10. Appreciate that. All right. Okay. All right. Well, let's go to the next matchup, boys of the night. Okay. So coming up next, it looks like we're going to have Parcelable going up against Zekin. Let's hear from the artist.
Hi, my name is Zekin. I'm originally from New Jersey, and I'm so thankful to be here at the Next Up Gauntlet. What makes me like set out from the other combatants is I think that I have a great performance in my songs. I believe that when you do a performance, it should make a listener feel something and remember it. So I feel like you can make the listener feel something inside, and that's what my music is for. To all the combatants out there, hello, and good luck to everybody. For my opponent, good luck. I wish you the best, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy my music. I hope you guys enjoy this gauntlet. I love you, Next Up community. Thank you so much for having me. And yeah, my name is Zekin, and I believe that I will be next up on the Next Up Gauntlet.
Yo, what's up? It's Parcelable. The reason why I think I'm gonna win the Next Up Gauntlet, bro, is because I won't. Because I actually fucking suck. Everything I make, garbage. Peace.
Watching the stream on like YouTube.
Right, boys. Well, let us know down below in the chat who is taking this round. Will it be Parcelable? Will it be Zekin? Boys, we are starting this one off with Parcelable. The name of the song is Hurt. Let's check it out.
Why you do that?
I'm the outcast of the party, barely living to the fullest, busy down and all my sorrows coming down, but I will get back up. Can't afford to give a fuck. Sick of human interaction, but they brought all of the drugs, doing all the main attractions, coming down, but I will get back up. Can't afford to give a fuck. Think I'll get myself hurt. Oh, come give me your words. You think I'll get myself hurt? Oh, come give me your words. God, I'm losing it. I'm not innocent. Told me keep away. I'm not listening. You think I'll get myself hurt? Oh, come give me your words. Your words. Filled with boring people with nameless faces. You'd never catch me switching places with them. Oh, you'd catch me dead before then. Oh, you're not helping, oh, you're dead inside, or so am I hide it better than them. At least I ain't pretending. Oh, think I'll get myself hurt. Oh, come give me your words. You think I'll get myself hurt. Oh, come give till you break it. Don't leave it, just bring it all back now till you get back down. No need for waiting. Don't leave it, just bring it all back now till you get back down. Think I'll get myself hurt. You think I'll get myself hurt? God, I'm losing it. You're not innocent. Told me keep away. I'm not listening. You think I'll get myself hurt? You think I'll get myself hurt?
All right, boys. Shout out to Parcelable. The poll is in the chat right now. Once again, you guys have 2 minutes to vote on Parcelable. Jay, let's do it.
Again, like last time we talked about like my kind of like love for pop music and like music like this where it's kind of this real singy like cinematic vibe. For what it is, this song has a shit ton of potential to be really good.
Really good.
But is just at good. You know what I mean? Like it's just at good. You're not at great. I feel like you could do way better with this kind of concept. Because just in the execution, when this hook comes in, this guitar is like super loud, but your vocals are like below it when I'm supposed to be hearing what you're saying. And if your vocals are stereo shaped, then the vocals got to come up a lot more. So then I can hear them in both channels. And then if you want that guitar to be loud, then it could just be in the mono channel. You know what I mean? Like, so everywhere, like everything sits where it's supposed to. Outside of that, I mean, it's not anything crazy as far as pop music and my lane of music goes. It didn't like blow me the fuck away, but it was really good though. Like, cause there's a lot of in pop, everything is like good, but it's not like, holy shit, I've never heard this in my life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I would give it like a 7 for pop music. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gave it a
solid.
I gave it an 8, and here's why. When it came down to it, like I felt like there was a lot of potential in the song, but it like some of the mix choices didn't match with the vibe that you were going for, which was like what Jay said, like a cinematic, big, thunderous type of song. And that was what I was expecting, you know? And it seemed like you had a very short reverb decay on there and stuff like that, and it almost made you sound like you recorded it in a bad room or something like that. It didn't sound like it suited the track. I didn't like how much stereo was involved with the vocals compared to the mono. Like I just wish that it was more solid in general as a record, but I would have to be deaf to not see the potential of this song. Like this is one of those songs where like if it was done properly and stuff like that, it's a movie trailer song. Like it's really good. It's really good. It isn't executed to the level that it could be. I would go and get this song remade at like a professional studio, get some shit done that's like really high quality, and go platinum.
Deadass has potential to go platinum if it's just executed correctly.
100%.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of his unreleased shit, and this is like a year and a half old now. Like, man is capable of some crazy shit. His voice is fucking phenomenal. I never really liked this song to the highest degree of some of the other stuff that I heard before this one dropped, and so it's just I don't know if it was the best song to lead with, but you know, I do think the song is solid. It's a little bit long for my taste. I was kind of expecting that eccentric hook to come in the middle section where the second hook was, and then the song sort of fade out and end after that with maybe like a cool outro. But yeah, I mean, it stretched past 3 minutes a fair bit, so it was kind of dragging on in my opinion. But I agree. Concept is there, has a lot of potential. Vocals definitely needed to be louder. And yeah, I'm gonna give it a 7.
All right, yo. So, I like the record, bro. I wasn't like blown away, but what I was blown away by is your vocal. And I've heard your music before. Both of these artists I've actually heard before, but I've heard your music before, and your vocal is very impressive, bro. The only thing about this record, like if I'm critiquing it on just like my personal listening experience, is just it felt long, and I agree with 17 on that one. Like it did feel long, and I think it should have ended maybe like arguably 30 seconds before, and then I would have felt a little bit better about it. But overall, I don't think you did a bad job, bro. And I mean, also, this is another one of those songs I just cut myself off literally. And I almost said, I didn't mean to cut you off to myself. That's crazy. But this is another one of those songs. It's like the third one of the night that has potential to arguably be a 10 with just a few minor tweaks, or you go change something, re-record something, whatever it may be. This is the third song tonight that arguably might be a 10. So I'm happy with it. And I give it a 7.
I feel like we had an issue with this last year when people were like 7, that was a 10. I mean, like if you like have heard some of what is considerably some of the best songs of all time, those are 10s. You know what I mean? No, this is on a scale.
Throw on the radio. Let's be real. Like throw on the radio, listen to that quality, and then compare it to that, and then tell me it's a 10. It's not. Like it could have been done a lot better. I'm sure Parcelable even knows that. Like, let's not
it's a year
just
old. I have no doubt in my mind Parcelable has some 10 out of 10 in this fucking round.
Like, what the fuck? There's a whole year that's gone by.
Yeah.
All right.
We gonna get some 10s. So like, Chad, we gonna get some 10s. So like, it's just this is still the first round, the second day.
Right.
We gonna get hella
the beginning rounds, and if they were strategic with their stuff, they didn't put their best shit in the first round. You know,
God.
like.
And then based off today, never mind. This is still the first one. My bad. Sorry for cutting you off again, July. My apologies. My apologies, bro. I should never.
Well, let's check out the competition, which is Zekin. This is "Forget Me Forever" featuring Kid Curl.
I wanna tell you now, you can get mad at me now. Try to figure out myself, now I gotta get out. It's not your fault, it's mine. Still up on my mind, but I gotta move on right now. You weren't a waste of time. I learned many things from you, wish I were on Avenue. Baby girl, I wish I was with you, but I try to end up giving it up to. You're up in need, and I never got sleep. Baby, can you see? I need you to forget me now. Forget me and never was there and ever was never. I hope you feel better. I cried in my sweater, was soft like a feather. Was there and ever. Forget me forever. I just gotta let you know that I love you, but I gotta let go. If I think about you, I think my heart's gonna explode. Never felt this way ever since you let herself go. Now I'm numb and it feels so numb, girl. I just had to let you know. I just wanna know, are you happy? You can be happy without me. Now I'm moving here and I'm feeling guilty. I just want you with me. Back in my mind, I'm not good enough. Now it's a time, and I'm not good enough. Forget me and never was there and ever was never. I hope you feel better. I cried in my sweater, was soft like a feather. Was there and never. Forget me forever.
Forgive me forever, you cannot do better. When I am everything you need, you'll see me in your dreams.
Yeah.
I love you, girl, but you never give it up to give me the world. I love you, girl, but you never give it up to give me the world.
God damn it.
Forget me and never was there and ever was never. I hope you feel better. I cried in my sweater, was soft like a feather. Was there and never.
right, boys. So the poll is in the chat. You guys have 2 minutes to vote. All right, Jay.
All right. Can't wait to hear this.
Ow. The drums is really quiet. They gotta come up, I would say, because that would bring that like extra thump and head nod to the track. Your stacks are clipping. They're loud. They're very loud. When you get to the la 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 part, all of them are overpowering each other, and then it ends up creating that like kind of clipping noise, and then the reverb on top of them makes it ring out. So then it ends up making it painful with a decay, and then it hurts for even longer.
Yeah.
The song itself has a shit ton of potential. The track, how it's structured, has a shit ton of potential. I feel like it's just the execution on the mix that's holding you back. The feature, ow, that hurt. Yeah. The feature wasn't mixed very well. All of the like painful, scratchy frequencies are there and weren't taken out, and actually kind of feels like they were brought out more. Like, it feels like they're more prominent than anything else within those vocals. Outside of that, I gave it a 6. I gave it a 6 just because the mix hurts, but the song's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, man, that feature, the second you heard that like super sharp frequency, I don't know how you didn't like take an EQ and just like turn that one down. I like
ow,
how do you even listen to this because of that? Like, everything else about the song wasn't that bad. Yeah, it was a little bit sharp, but it was fine. You know, like, as long as like you're not like super sensitive to high frequencies and stuff, which I am. I have tinnitus, so I'm a stickler for the high frequencies. Yeah. So, it hurts, you know, a lot of the times, and when it hurts bad. So when that one frequency came in, I literally said, you know, like, 'cause holy shit, like I got like fucking ear raped for a sec, you know, and it was just, it was not fun for me at that point. You started off at an 8, and then you went to a 7, and then the feature brought it down to a 6. Because like, I loved everything about the song. You got a crazy good vibe. I think if you would have kept it for yourself after like the features, or at least just gotten the mix fixed for the feature, it wouldn't have been anything lower than an 8, because it's a really like classic, catchy, nice, good feeling song, and the only thing that it really lacked in was a mix, and that's why I feel like you still have a 6, you know. But yeah, man, it was a good song, but just like I would have like an engineer or somebody who knows what they're doing fix it for you.
Hey,
right there. Yeah.
right here, man.
Yeah, I'm agree. Feature had a lot of really piercing sounds. Like, I thought there was already kind of enough going on, but then like Feature came in and it was just ring right to the ears. I mean, sometimes depending on what headphones you're listening through, I mean, apparently it's recorded on a phone. That's what they're saying in chat. So like, obviously the quality of recording might not be very good.
Yeah,
I noticed that off the rip. It sounded like a very like low quality microphone.
Yeah,
which
and then like
ended up making it sound pretty decent.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's not terrible. Like, a lot of the time, you know, I'm kind of blown away by the phone productions nowadays, because it's like actually like pretty good. Like, it's clear, but yeah, it's weird. But yeah, I felt like that was making a lot of those, you know, piercing sounds kind of stand out, and then they weren't like fixed throughout. And that was really the main thing that I had a problem with. You know, Jay covered pretty much all the other little details within the mix and the reverb and all that shit. So I ain't gonna say too much about it. I thought it was a vibe, and I agree with July. This could have been brought up to an 8. Like, I was feeling like this had a really, really good concept, but I did also give it a 6 for the same reasons. So yeah, keep going. I like the direction.
All right, for me, I fuck with the direction of the song as well. I think it was dope. I think again, I think it was a little lengthy, in my personal opinion. I think it felt long after a certain amount of time. The feature was also an L for me. That's probably when I had to turn it down a little bit. And I'm not listening on something that I would normally like hurt my ears, but that shit started hurting, bro. I turned it down a little bit. And then overall, like, my biggest critique was just when listening, like, to what you were saying and how you're fitting in pockets and stuff like that. I feel like there were just like a couple of times where you could have just, I guess, used less words, if you will, that would just made certain parts sound a little bit smoother, and it just sounded just a little bit cluttered. Like, it was the slightest thing of all time. It would be like you added like it is, and then you could have went without it or something like that, and it would just make it sound better. But overall, I don't think it was bad, and the fact that you did it on the phone is fucking crazy, bro. So
Yeah.
I give 6, and then they said phone, so I give you a 7, bro.
Cool.
Can I give it a 0.5 extra for the phone?
Yeah, I'll do that too.
Honestly, yeah, right. I feel like that's a flex in its own. You actually made the phone sound decent. I mean, until it started getting the stacks and it started hurting my brain. But
Yeah.
I mean, as far as half of the song goes, you kind of bodied that, bro.
Yeah, but that's nothing you can't fix too. Like those resonant frequencies that you're hearing, those really high pitched ones are usually right around like the 2 to 6K range is where they really pop out. So if you just take an EQ and just sweep and just like listen until you hear that really high pitched whistle, dog whistle thing, and you just take it, make it real small, and pull it down like 6 dB.
It's gone.
Yeah, it's gone,
That bitch
and you
is
won't even
gone.
hear it anymore. And then, or it'll just be a lot less and a lot more tolerable. Like I struggle with that resonant frequency just in my voice and my own music so much that it's the only thing I'm trying to get rid of by the end of my song. Me and Jay are sitting there like, how the fuck do we get rid of this shit?
Yeah. Yo, I mean, what I do when I do stacks, because I've been doing stacks a shit ton recently in my newer music, I get all the stacks and I put them on their own bus. Like I put them on their own separate insert, and then you EQ that, and then you can volume level that so you don't have everything overpowering the main vocal. So your main vocal is prominent, and then your stacks are still there. I'm gonna shut up now.
All right, boys.
You can also use split band compression.
We have us a final score. Zekin wound up with 28.35, and Parcelable ended up with 33.1, advancing Parcelable to round 2. Shout out to both of these artists, Zekin and Parcelable, and that's gonna be next week. Be ready for that. But
good,
boys, let's see who we got coming up next. Well, show. All right, so coming up next of the night, it looks like we have Donatello going up against Enase. Let's hear from Donatello.
Yo, what's good, everybody? My name is Donovan, also known by Donatello. I've been rapping for about 8.5 years, 21 years old, and I'm from the Midwest, USA. Why I think that I can win the gauntlet is because I'm not afraid to have my own sound and be myself, and I can also switch it up whenever I need to. Hope that y'all enjoy the sound. Thank you, Next Up Gauntlet, for having me. Let's get it.
All right, boys. Well, of course, let us know down below who is taking this dub. Is it going to be Donatello or Enase? We're starting off with Enase out of the blue. Let's check this out.
They both got two like cool ass names.
Listen. Okay. Okay. Ay, do it for the passion. No time for relaxing. Ain't about getting that mansion. Ain't about worrying about things in that passing. This more about making it lasting. Y'all worry about getting reactions. Lame motherfucker, put this in your caption. I'm worried about making my mama a crowd. Worried about trying to evolve my sound. Taking my time, don't fall in the crowd. My time is now. My mind is loud. My words are truth. Don't need to shout. Just hear me out. See what I do. Straight from the roots. Straight from the heart. Rocking my shoes. See from my eyes. I'll show you the proof. I got what it takes to make all of my dreams come true. Yeah, all of my dreams come true. All of my dreams come true. Yeah, all of my dreams come true. All of my dreams come true. Yeah, all of my dreams come true. All of my dreams come true. Yeah, all of my dreams come true. Yeah, all of my dreams come true. I ain't in the mood. Yeah, if you cannot play with me, please just move. If you're not an enemy, what's your use? What can you gain? What can you use? Tell me why it's the path you choose. Tell me, does it all feel brand new? When you make it up, finally break through. Does it all really come out of the blue? Out of the blue. Yeah, out of the blue. Out of the blue.
right. Shout out to Enase. The poll is in the chat. You guys have 2 minutes.
All right. Why does this happen so often? Turn the high end down. Like, why does this? Like, I don't know. It's like, I guess, a mixing style that people like to use, where they put too much high end in a vocal. But I mean, I feel like the only people who really execute that shit right is like Travis Scott. They get the high end in his vocal like very clean.
Yeah.
Aside from that, his vocals are like, there's too much high end, but then they're also a little too quiet in the mix. Either that, or maybe it's the side info from the melodies coming and conflicting with the main vocal sitting. So that vocal's got to come up and the high end's got to come down, because then that scratchiness hurts, and it ends up being like something that makes me want to turn off the song. Because there's like, I was just talking to July about this the other day. The fucking Kid Laroi song with Juice WRLD, I turned that song off even though that song is fire, because his vocals hurt my ear.
Yeah.
Like, I just can't listen to it. But this song has a lot of potential to be good if those 2 or 3 things are taken care of. I gave it a 6. Could be way better. A lot of potential is there.
Yeah. Dude, it's really not that prominent in like a lot of like the tutorials and stuff that you see about mixing and stuff like that, for them to teach you how to control highs. That's kind of something that just reps. You know, you put your reps in and you learn about it and stuff like that. And there's certain plugins that can help you with it and stuff, and a lot of them are kind of expensive. But the best thing that you can do to fix the high end at the end of the day is learn how to use an EQ. Learn how those frequencies stack, and then after that, take that knowledge and do subtractive EQ to the high end that's bad. You can have really crisp, clean high end and not have terrible resonant frequencies.
Yeah, there's also, it's when you boost your high end. It's not like, because if you boost your high end at the wrong time, then you end up putting a plugin afterward that would end up accentuating it or making it even worse.
Right.
And then you have to deduct from that, when you could have just put high end at the end, or put high end a little bit in the beginning and then fuck with that and then compress it. You know what I mean? It's just the order your plugins are important. The way you handle your high end is way more important than a lot of the other mix processing when it comes to vocals.
Yeah.
Shut up.
And I think when it comes down to it, like, we call it a vocal chain. And if you think about it, a vocal chain is like a bunch of different things that go together. If even one of those chain links are bad, the whole chain is useless.
Fucked it up.
Like, it won't hold whatever it needs to hold together. You know, and that's why I want you to think of it. So you got to go through each and everything, figure out what is that one thing that ruins it. And then that's it. I gave this song a 6. Just because I liked it, I was bobbing my head to it, but the mix just wasn't there. And I think the main loop was a little too loud. Like the main instrument of the song, it just like kind of like flooded the whole record, you know? But yeah, I'm gonna give it up to 17. Sorry for talking for so long.
I'll make it first person to guess what Jay's vape flavor gets $10.
Yeah, I was vibing to this. I loved the length of it. Like, I don't think you overdid anything in terms of like your vocals. Like, I felt like you did a good job of just like getting to the point from start to finish with your structure. Like, I don't think it needed more vocals. It was short in terms of its total length, but I think your vocal length was good. This felt like another song that needed like a really crazy cool like outro with like different instruments and like a little bit more cinematic. I was kind of getting like sort of Weekend vibes. If you know who Casey is, he does like I forget the producer's name that he works with, but they do a bunch of like really crazy epic things with the beats, and a lot of the time that adds like ear candy, and I'm all about that shit. Like, that shit like gets me going. It's like cool little thing here, and here. 3 little cool things to the whole song can make that song just 10 times cooler. So yeah, I feel like a few things in there, if those were added in, it would definitely up it a point for me. I agree with their points on the mixing as well. That would add it another point. So I think this would have gotten up to a 9 for me, just with those couple of things added. But this is still a song that I find very listenable personally, and I would definitely add this to my own playlist. So yeah, 7.
Right.
All right, for me, bro, I thought the record was cool. I wasn't like blown away by it though, if I'm gonna be completely honest. It didn't have like and I love this fucking word, and I stole this from 2017. But like, it didn't have like ear candy for me as far as like something to make me like, when I'm listening, like not overly nod my head, like, oh my god, I love this fucking part, to make me want to come listen back to it again. But at the same time, I don't think it was like a terrible song. You know what I mean? So overall, I'm gonna have to give it a 6. Not too high, but not too low. Not a bad song. You know.
All right. Shout out to. No, what you saying? Sorry.
I just said cool.
I'm gonna go with Aloe Grape for Jay's.
You were close.
That's close?
It's white grape, technically.
Look,
Hey, Jay,
come on, bro.
Cheating, bro. You cheating, bro.
Oh shit!
I had a feeling Jay was like a grape kind of guy. So
I'm a grape person.
that's right. All
What are
right.
you trying to say, Mo? What are you trying
That's
to
a
say?
grape guy.
No, I'm actually pretty good with this. You know, July is
Yeah.
like watermelon. No,
You're bad with
lush
this.
ice. Okay, moving right along. Moving right along here. We got Donatello. This is What a Promise.
Let's ignore that.
Promise not to tell. I promise not to tell.
It's a cool sample.
I like it.
Promise not to tell. Promise, promise. Promise not to tell. Promise.
Yeah, it's Donatello. Listen, it's hello back into the business, getting bucked like I was Giannis. Nowadays, people giving up their trust for a broken promise. I'm the hottest regardless, I'm still paying my homage. Bitch, I'm Kawhi, how I'm ballin'. Look up to the God, cause they saw this pop on the fly. Chillin' on cloud 9, throw smoke like the Jets. I'm chasing heights, they've been falling, follow behind me instead. I ain't impressed as of lately. Rap is lame, looking typical. Fuck a trend, they can't take me, so best respect me at minimal. Look, been in my bag now for a minute, I was only giving y'all a taste. Been gone by the back, thought that I was finished, hoping it was worth the wait. Now I'm packing up, cause I'm here to stay. Feeling death like I was near the graves. I ain't changing face, that's a way fading. I'ma bring him hell like I was in the cage of the beast. Let it play, then repeat, cause I'm getting paid every week. Gotta pay for a beat if you wanna work, and I better have something to see. What's a promise? I think that shit's obsolete. They say they love you and miss you, but they lying straight through their teeth. And in the league, you others weak, and you all lack the fatigue. Unleash the beast, and now I'm eating up, I'm ready to feast. Back on my feet from the pussies who just switched up for a piece. And now they fiending for my forgiveness, cause I'm finally complete. Fuck you mean? Lately I've been trying to better myself, and I did it without a team. Only mission to get the green, never love a hoe and never turn a seam. 10 toes and I never fold, only for the foes. Putting on a scene, let the curtain close. True color shown, if you know that ain't never me. Had a small break, been through all my dog days. Now I'm getting love, but they ain't see me in the hallways. Donovan, you grow so much, swear that's what they all say. Or they talking reckless, think it's sweet until they jaw break. I'm jumping off, now I'm on stage, still cold like I know Johnny Dang. I'm frozen, others cosplay, get to freezing up when the case came. Pussy Trump, they make a change. Fighting demons still remain the same. Leave them white like Damon Wayans, but this ain't a flick, I'm bringing major pain. Feel like my life has been great, but see it's tiring stakes. These pussies watching me envying, but I cannot relate. Cause when it's all said and done, up at the end of the day, loved ones they shit from the moment that all they promise is break. Little bitch.
All right, boys. The poll is in the chat. You have 2 minutes.
That's a W beat. I'm gonna be honest, that beat was crazy. Your vocal performance, your vocals are over compressed. I could tell that the transience isn't there. Where it's like where your dynamic, I don't feel it. You know what I mean? It just feels very flat throughout the whole song. I'm not the biggest on fast rapping anymore. I feel like we've grown past this as a society. I don't know. I hear fast rap. Like,
Yeah.
chill out. Because I don't even know what that song was about. What was that song about? I mean, outside of that, I gave it a 6. The W beat is there. The mix isn't disgusting. It's just you're over compressed. I'm just not too crazy for the fast rapping because it's like I get lost in whatever the fuck is going on. It's way too damn hectic.
Yeah,
that's just me.
I think me and you were kind of on the same page tonight for most of the stuff that we've been saying, man. I gave it a 6 too. When it comes to the fast rap, I'm not the biggest fan of it too. But bro, fast rap can be done good. You know, it can be done good and stuff like that. And I think that you didn't do it bad here at all. I think that a lot of what made this feel a lot more cluttered is the fact that it was 2 separate takes and you pushed them together. If you're gonna do fucking a fast rap, you know, that has so much different intricacies and stuff like that, it's gonna be so like put into the forefront when there's 2 different takes going together. Any little minute thing that's not together is gonna sound very accentuated because of that. And I think that it made it sound even more conjumbled and stuff like that. And I think that that's kind of like what fast rap is these days, is like, you know, everybody was saying mumble rap, mumble rap, mumble rap. And I think fast rap is kind of like mumble rap at times, because I just can't even hear what you're saying. Like it's just like, you know. But I did understand what you said for the most part. I'm not critiquing you with that. I'm kind of rambling. I'm sorry. I gave you a 6.
I like Twister.
Yeah, Twister's fire. Joyner. Yeah.
At a hot point, I like Tech 9.
Yeah.
They said just hear good. Yeah, it's L Judge. Just hear better. I mean, I can hear everything Twister says. I mean, I know what he talks about. He does songs with like meaning and like actual like concept songs.
Twister's hard.
Twister's hard.
Yeah.
So does Joyner Lucas. They do fast rap, but they execute it very well. I'm just weak at the
I don't think
L
fast
Judge.
equals
Just
good.
hear better.
Yeah. I don't think
your
fast
ears up.
equals good, you know.
I agree. It kind of here and there about the fast rap thing. I think it's mostly it's just not as like commonly seen, I think, anymore. Like, I don't know, it's more of like the tight niche of people that really enjoy that rap, like fuck with it super heavy. I mean, hence the people in the chat, you know what I mean? It's gonna be like anything that sounds like this, 10 out of 10, right?
They
It's
really
just
fuck with NF.
like, and I was about to say, like, this gave me heavy NF vibes, and I know just personally I don't really rock with that style too much.
Yeah.
This song is also over 2 years old, you know, could be nearing 3 for all we know. So a lot, I'm assuming, has changed for him since. I actually like the mix, like the really slammed compression. To me, I actually fuck with that sound personally. I think it sounds really cool, and like, you know, I've done it on a couple of my like harder tracks for sure. Like, I really like the punchy slammed, you know,
Yeah, shit's
compression.
stylistic.
Yeah, like
I don't hate it either.
I personally rocked with it there, and I love the beat. The fucking vocal sample on that beat was fucking sick. Like, it was so cool, and I mean, it stands the test of time. Like 3 years ago, like this shit, you make a beat on, you make a song on it now, like super fire.
Gave you 4 points. That whole beat just gave you 4 points instantly.
Beat was crazy. And yeah, I think compared to the last song, like this is a weird matchup because I don't think they even really like. They're not a great balance. Like, I don't think you can really compare the two personally.
Yeah.
So I was trying my best to like kind of just solo this song out and be like, all right, what is this on its own if there was another song that sounded like this coming after it? And so I'm like, I would probably give this a 7. I do think there is quite a bit that can be improved on in terms of maybe some of the writing, not in like, you know, necessarily what the bars that are being said are, but like separating some of the flows, like putting a break between syllables. You can continue the fast flow feel, but like simplifying it in a way that you do pick up on some of those sentences. Because I think what they're trying to say, like, it's not necessarily that you know, you're not following some sort of story, but you've clogged so many syllables in that you've locked half of the sentence away in the feeling of you saying something, and rather than us clearly hearing it. And then you hear the last 3 words. It's like, we need to clearly like get a punch on those if you're gonna go fast.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it was fast the whole time. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Keep going, bro.
I am not a Libra.
All right, so I mean,
am not a Gemini. Nope.
Basically, like, they kind of all said exactly what I wrote down, which is fucking crazy. But I kind of expected that. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of the fast rap either. Like, honestly, it just kind of felt outdated to me because I guess the style isn't just commonly seen anymore, like 17 said. I don't think it sounds bad though. However, like, I wrote down also, like, if you're gonna rap fast, you gotta give me a break so I can actually hear and take in what you said and be able to follow along. Cause like, this feels like a word tornado or some shit. Like, there's just words everywhere and I have no idea what you're talking about. But it's like, I try my hardest, and the harder I try, the more like irritating it gets, because like I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. And then the thing that bothered me the most throughout the whole record, and I'm not just trying to shit on your record, I'm just talking about the things that bothered me, and I'll tell you the things I liked, of course. But the things that bothered me the thing that bothered me the most was like, and I thought it was dope when it first came on, but like as it went on, it like started to like annoy me, was like the flute or horn or whatever the fuck was in the background of the beat. Like it just did not do it for me as it went on. And I think like you should have arguably faded that shit out sometimes. But besides that, like overall, I mean, I guess I can give it a 6.
All right. All right, boys, so give me 1 second. We're going to have us a winner.
Yo, at first I saw July is a Cancer. I'm like, oh my God. Like, why do you hate this nigga? And then they said Prod J is a Sagittarius. I'm like, oh, I am. I'm like, oh, now I get it. Yeah, I am Sagittarius.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my God.
I feel like I've been being fair. You know?
Yeah, I'm a gang, bro.
What's your birthday?
29th of November.
Oh, I'm the 15th of December.
Shit, you're December.
I've never met a November Sagittarius.
My type is hard to come by.
Wow, man, you're ready.
Well, boys, this one came down, literally, because the judges' votes were exactly tied on this. This one came down to the chat vote. Enase ended up with 27.15, and Donatello ended up with 29, advancing Donatello to the next round. The importance of the chat vote, guys. Vote for show. For show. That was a good matchup, though.
There's another Sagittarius in the chat. The November Sagittarius in the chat.
Oh, really?
That's crazy.
Oh, look at you guys just crawling out from under the rocks and shit.
Yeah, I know, right? Hey, it's me too. I'm also a Sagittarius. Otherwise, they wouldn't have said nothing in the chat.
Bro, they're probably fucking lying now that I'm thinking about it.
All right, boys. Let's see what we got coming up next. Right. So it looks like we got Sweeney going up against Ryan Landry. Let's hear from Ryan.
What up, next up? This is Ryan Landry. I'm 24 years old and I'm from Boston, Massachusetts. I've been making music for about 7 years now, and I'm just very creative with my storytelling. I got a very unique voice, I believe. I hit a lot of notes that artists can't hit, and I'm proud of my work. I took the last year off from work to focus on music, and I'm really excited to share these songs with y'all. I put a lot of effort, a lot of heart, a lot of time into each one of these tracks. And I just believe I'm winning this Next Up Gauntlet.
All right, boys. So let us know who is taking this dub, Sweeney or Ryan Landry. We're starting this one off with Ryan. Toxic Love is the name of the track.
Oh, boy.
Jay.
I have a song named Toxic Love.
Yep.
If you love me today, tomorrow you'll hate me. You build me up just to break me down. Toxic, toxic, toxic love. Go ahead and leave, you'll come back around. I'm done trying. I know I said this last time, but this right here is our last try. For the last time. I'm exhausted. When will we stop this? Loving you's toxic. Gave you my heart and you stopped it. Don't pick up the pieces now. You'd rather watch me bleeding out. Look me in my eyes and lie. Every word that comes right out your mouth. Tired of being tired, I'm tired, yeah. And love we try, yeah, we really try, yeah. I even gave you all my time, yeah. If you love me today, tomorrow you'll hate me. You build me up just to break me down. Toxic, toxic, toxic love. Go ahead and leave, you'll come back around. I'm done trying. I know I said this last time, but this right here is our last try. For the last time. I'ma fill this cup till I'm numb. Got me feeling dumb, really thought you were the one. Went to hell and back, probably more than just once. I gave you my all, but it just wasn't enough for you. Yeah, but I'll be fine.
really try, yeah, we really try, yeah. I even gave you all my time, yeah. Yeah.
If you love me today, tomorrow you'll hate me. You build me up just to break me down. Toxic, toxic, toxic love. Go ahead and leave, you'll come back around. I'm done, I'm done, I'm done trying. I know I said this last time, but this right here is the last try. The last time.
All right, boys, don't forget to vote in the chat for Ryan. Right.
Vocals mixed pretty decently. I'm just kind of surprised. The high is not too crazy. There's no like crazy frequencies really jumping out at me. I feel like that melody can come up a little bit more. I want to hear those pianos a little more rich, kind of more like prominent in the mix. Anything synth wise needs to come up, because then when those drums come in, it's mostly like just kind of bass and drums, and then it kind of feels like it's bass, drum, and vocals, which is like you just got to bring up the side information of your melodies and stuff like that. I mean, the melodies, and it'll end up making them sound more prominent. I feel like the verses could have been cleaned up a little bit more as far as the auto tune went and the like kind of takes that you did when recording it, because then that could end up making those verses hit a lot more and be as I guess good to listen to as the hook. But as far as the hook goes, your vocal performance is extremely like tight. Your shit is like very whiny. It's very like you're straining your voice a little bit or making it sound like it's way higher than it actually like is. You know what I mean? Am I chatting? Anybody?
Wait, you're asking us.
Yeah.
I thought you were just ending it on, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I mean? I gave it a 5.
All right.
It started off a 6 and I changed it to a 7. Just because like you're right, the mix and stuff wasn't really that bad or anything like that, and I feel like it was a pretty well put together song and stuff like that. I think I just have like a natural bias for like the more emotional type of hip hop stuff that's going on, so I'm trying to be fair and just judge it strictly off of how it sounds sonically, and I think you did a good job, so 7.
Yeah, I think it was kind of dead middle for me. I didn't really pick out anything problematic. I'm personally super sick of these piano beats. Like, I'm just so sick of them. Like, this sounds like the default piano roll that you open when you like click the FL default project things and you're like, oh, open the whatever pop thing, and it's like it gives you like a sample or whatever. Like, I don't know, that's just what these like piano beats feel like to me. It just doesn't really feel like anything super extra. I love the cover art. I think your voice is good. I thought your mix was good. 7. It's not wowing me away. And I've given plenty others, I think, even like on Monday's part of round 1, 7s for the exact same reasons. They're just not wowing me. So yeah, it's good.
Okay, for me, I love your voice, dude. I really like the record. Actually, I think I arguably liked it more than everybody else. And same was a lot. Like, I'm like a sucker for like the emotional, like hip hop shit, like the rap, like that's like that, dude. And I don't know if that's what made me like it, but then like there was like a time within the record I made a face because I just had like this crazy like revelation, and I realized what the fuck you were reminding me of and why. Dude, you sound just like fucking Cody Simpson. Like, if I don't know if y'all know what he sounds like, but you sound like almost identical to him. It's fucking crazy, bro. So like that, like, dude, I gave it an 8. Like fuck, can I do 7? I'm gonna do 7.5. But like I like the mix and shit could have been a lot better, but like I like it. Like, I fucked with it a lot. Like, and I will play it again. So 7.5 for sure for me.
All right. It looks like the chat hit it with a 42%.
That's crazy. I thought that shit was so dope.
Coming up, we have his opponent, which happens to be Sweeney. The name of this song is Snow.
I just wanna tell you I love, but my heart beats too strong and you know I got feelings, don't know how to show. So meet me outside in the snow. I just wanna tell you I love, but my heart beats too strong and you know I got feelings, don't know how to show. So meet me outside in the snow. Yeah. So meet me outside in the snow. So meet me outside in the snow. So meet me outside in the snow. When you gonna talk to me? You've been hitting my phone, but it's hard for me to believe that you're not trying to fall with me. I've been all in my head, wondering if you would even care if I'm dead or alive. Oh, baby girl, I've tried to get away, but you're pulling me back tonight. Looking at my brain is fried. Said I never wanted you back. Well, I fucking lied. Well, I fucking lied. Well, I fucking lied. Yeah, I fucking lied. Guess I fucking lied. Well, I fucking lied. Guess I fucking lied. Yeah, I fucking lied. Yeah. I just wanna tell you I love, but my heart beats too strong and you know I got feelings, don't know how to show. So meet me outside in the snow. I just wanna tell you I love, but my heart beats too strong and you know I got feelings, don't know how to show. So meet me outside in the snow.
All right. Shout out to Sweeney. Once again, guys, the poll is in the chat. You have 2 minutes.
Pretty solid. The only thing that really bothers me is the OD switching without any preparation or like letting me know in some way by a transition or a sweep or like something beforehand to indicate that it's going to switch, because then that ends up making the transitions throughout the song a lot smoother and makes me feel like I'm being taken on like a trip instead of like changing the channel on a TV. You know what I mean? Like kind of just really abrupt switches. Outside of it, mix was pretty solid. The beat was super interesting. The effects that you put on your vocals were super cool. I would say 7, bro. I'll give that a 7.
All right.
I think that when it comes to this type of music, I like it a lot. It was better than the last record, in my opinion. To be honest, like, but yeah, I think like kind of piggyback a little bit off of what you say with the whole switching every 2 seconds thing. It's just like you kind of take the special quality of like a cool beat switch, a cool drop out of the song when it happens so frequently. It's like if somebody comes and gives you a Ferrari every single day, like it's like, oh, another Ferrari, you know, like, but if you just got one Ferrari, you'd be like, what the fuck, you know. But like I think that's kind of my opinion on it. I gave it I think an 8. That's what I just said, but yeah, 8.
Next.
All right. Yeah, I've heard this song before many times. It's kind of ran its course for me personally, so I guess I've had some time to marinate on the song specifically. Taking a trip back to it now after it's been like a year or like 8 months or something since I probably last listened to it, I think the master could be better. It's kind of docking the points for me because I think the high end needed to be a little bit more up front and just wide. Like it felt like a lot of the high end, like though it wasn't like harsh, you know, like a lot of other songs, it didn't feel like it had enough presence for me personally. I loved all the switches. I agree with Jay to the point where like a lot of the switches could have had like a transition to them, but the change itself was actually really cool. Like the fact that the beat changed a lot, it kept me interested a lot.
Yeah.
As well as manually tuning your vocals before running them through auto-tune has been the best thing I've ever done for my music, bro. Like tuning your vocals before you get the auto-tune effect on there makes it so smooth. So the very roboty sound can still be there, but there's no like unnecessary wobble, and I feel like that would have boosted it just a little bit extra for me. But yeah, I give this an 8.5 because I don't think it quite reaches a 9 for me, but I wanted to give it more than 8. So dead middle, I thought that was nice. Sweeney's goat.
All right, bro. I thought it was cool. The initial like big switch up in the beat, I thought was mad dope. It's not chill. The initial big switch up in the beat, I thought it was mad. I thought it was cool. I like that part, bro. It was really cool. But after that, like all the rest of the switches were just a little bit too much for me personally. And I'm not sure if that's just like because I'm not the biggest fan of this type of music or if that's just me being me. But at the end of the day, I guess I'll give it a 7 because it was a little bit like I liked it a little bit less than I liked the last song. And never mind, just give it a 7. Give it a 7.
All right. Well, y'all give me 1 second. Judges.
They said judges getting tired. And
Can they hear us right now?
No, I think so. Yeah, no, they can hear us, bro. I like it panned to you as soon as I read judges getting tired, and you're like in the back of your shit, like on the side, look like you falling asleep. Like you look like you was dead tired. Shit was just weak. What was you laughing at? I was just laughing for the hell of it. You thought you was just laughing by association.
I was just laughing because you were laughing.
Laughing because I was being weak, I guess. Cause like
no, bro, I fucked with the first song though, bro. Like I fucked with that bitch. I thought the chat was gonna fuck with it.
All right, boys. Well, we have us a final score. We have Ryan Landry with 28.6 and Sweeney with 33.45, advancing Sweeney to the next round. Shout out. That's right. Shout out to Ryan Landry. Shout out to Sweeney. Good matchup for sure. What's coming up next, boys? What's coming up next? What do we got? All right. So coming up next of the night, we have 3 matchups left. This is Blake Madness going up against Midwest Weekly. Let's hear from the artist.
Yo, it's Blake Madness, La Cura, su nombre favorito, oíste, bebé. This time I'm back, round 2. This is a different style. I hope you like it. This time I have a different set of gold in mind. This one's for my daughter, Luna.
What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Midwest Weekly. Just want to say best of luck to everyone in the Next Up Gauntlet competition. Why I think I'm next up? I would consider myself truly an underground artist. I've earned the respects of people like Cold Mo, Patrick CC, West Coast Grizz, Dorian Theus, and I do everything, man. I rap, I sing, create content, I create memes. I'm in my own lane. I make my own genre. That's just how it's been, man, and people seem to like it. So, best of luck.
Well, boys, let us know who is taking this dub. Will it be Blake Madness or will it be Midwest Weekly? We're starting this one off with Blake Madness. This is a Temptation remix. Let's check it out.
Mira, solo te quería decir una cosa. Este es el remix. Ozzy, Music Sam, Blake Madness. Tú sabes qué es.
Yo te di una rosa. Yo te di una rosa. No sé por qué. Yo te di una rosa. Yo te di una rosa. No sé por qué.
Yo te di una rosa en mi corazón. Tú me diste tu tiempo con mucho amor. En las noches oscuras en tu habitación, te tenía sudando, haciendo el amor. Ahora que no estás, me hace falta más. He pasado el tiempo en la soledad. No sé qué pasará, pero te quiero más. Cada día voy buscando dónde estarás. Eres mi tentación, mi nueva adicción. Cuando hacemos el amor, bailando reggaetón. Yo te di una rosa, wow. Yo te di una rosa. No sé por qué te di.
No sé por qué andas mintiendo cuando a ti te duele. Eso siempre te ayuda cuando estás solita. Yo te veo por allá, siempre con tus mentiras. Yo no puedo aguantar más mi tentación.
Wait, so
Yo
is
te
this,
di una rosa.
is this Blake right now? This is Blake singing right now? Okay.
Yo te di una rosa. No sé por qué. Yo te di una rosa. Yo te di una rosa. No sé por qué te di horas, horas. Te di mis horas, horas, horas. Perdí mi tiempo. Horas, horas. Te di mis horas. La cura. Horas, horas. Perdí mi nombre favorito, tiempo.
Me quedé sin music, ahora tú sabes cómo activado. Black man. Los maturos no hay York, mi amor.
All right, guys. Well, vote in the chat. You have 2 minutes to vote on Blake Madness.
I fuck with these dudes heavy. I remember like working on this not too long ago. This shit was fire in the studio. We was having a good time, and definitely with this being a remix. I mean, recording that verse was fun as fuck, and then the original I ended up helping with, like, you know, like writing it as far as like the melodies went, and then like the beat and shit like that. All that. I don't want to be too crazy and like say too much about critiques because I had a hand in it. I think it's a 10, but I'm gonna get rid of it. Say it's a 9. I really love Spanish music. I'm biased, I guess, and as far as Spanish music goes, I love that shit.
I would say it's probably like the best mix I've heard tonight, so that's a plus. I think that it was really catchy, had a good melody and stuff like that. It's very solid. I give it a 9.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not really the biggest fan of this style. I feel like just the pace never picking up just never captivates me. Like, it just felt like the pace is just, it's so constant for the whole time. I wasn't the biggest fan of the feature. I thought the mix was really nice, but again, there was some spots, I think mostly with the feature spot, but both where I think manual correction before the auto-tune could help, because there was some like spots the auto-tune just gets a little wobbly, and I don't know, like, I know a lot of people really fuck with that sound. Just for me now, it's just like I really like steady auto-tuned like sound, so like running it through manually first, I feel like it just would have like fixed a few details for me. It's definitely nice, very chill, good beat, good master, like everything just feels clean. And Jay, did you mix this? Did you mix this one?
I did the mix and I made the beat and
Yeah.
helped with the writing and shit like that in the studio.
Okay, word. Yeah, and I can't really critique anything about the writing because I don't know the language. So I guess that kind of docks a point for me in a way, because since I can't give points for it, I kind of have to take them away because I don't know how the writing is or what's being said. So I gave it a 6.5.
It's about love and heartbreak. It's temptation and you
couldn't understand it,
and you
0.
broke my heart, you bitch. Unblock me.
Didn't know shit, just fucking
Couldn't understand it, 0.
Bad song, L. So yeah,
song,
I went
no,
6.5 for me personally. So,
I don't know Spanish at all.
Me, I'm with 2017 on this one for the most part. Like, I think it sounded great. Like, I think it sounded fucking amazing. Like, Blake Magnus is a dope ass artist, and his vocal is always fucking impressive. It had me nodding my head and shit. And like, if it came on, like on the radio, it sounds like some shit that could be on the radio. Real shit. Like, it sounds like some shit that could be on the radio. Like, I would be driving, it just comes on, it's on type shit. But like, at the same time, I have no idea what he's saying. but like I have no clue what he's saying. Like I'm sitting here, I'm trying to find an Ola or something. I'm trying to catch something. You know what I'm saying? So
Ola something.
You feel me? But because I could,
he put the English lyrics in the SoundCloud.
I'm gonna give it a 7.
All right. Shout out to Blake Madness. His matchup is against Midwest Weekly. This is called San Diego. Let's check this out.
Girl, I love the way you look at me. I don't know your name, but I'll play that game at the bar. Okay, you stand out to me. From afar I pray I'm not in too deep. It was 2019, she looked 2019. Had an Instagram ego, sure at hashtag San Diego go. Made my approach, my confidence was fucking golden. When I walked up to that moment, I looked her up and down and told her, girl, I love the way you look at me. I don't know your name, but I'll play that game at the bar. Okay, you stand out to me. From afar I pray I'm not in too deep.
Yeah, I pray that I'm not in too deep. One thing I swear that this rock gonna need. I show you things that you seen in your dreams. All you gotta do is just happen with me. Yeah. Throw that ass back if you want some Louis V. You already know what you do to me. Take you far away, change your scenery. Baby, when I do it differently.
Girl, I love the way you look at me. I don't know your name, but I'll play that game at the bar. Okay, you stand out to me. From afar I pray I'm not in too deep. My head not in too deep. She said, boy, talk is cheap. Are you cheap? I said, so are shots of fireball. Send a K, get some alcohol. Hallelujah, I'm in heaven. Ten's a dime, you're 11. Reasons if I leave without your number, I'll regret it. Real for fake, for goodness sake. If tomorrow you shall wake up in my bed, then feel no shame. Hope and pray at least I know your name. Girl, I love the way you look at me. I don't know your name, but I'll play that game at the bar. Okay, you stand out to me. From afar I pray I'm not in too deep. Girl, I love the way you look at me. I don't know your name, you got me hip, but I'll play that game at the bar. Okay, you stand out to me.
All right, boys. Make sure to vote on Midwest Weekly. You have 2 minutes to vote.
I'm supposed to go first.
Show.
Yo, the chat had me crying, bro. Hank Hill, bro, was the one that got me. Said Hank Hill, because around the second hook, I then heard the Hank Hill voice. I heard it after they said it. The first, I was like, I don't even know. Man. For the musicality of it, I'm gonna give you 2 points instantly. Just for the musicality of it. But what? Yeah, that's it, bro. Too. I don't know. That's pretty much it, man. That's all I gotta say too. Man, that's a 1, 2.
I've already hurt a lot of people's feelings tonight, so I'm gonna just give it my score and that's it. I'm gonna give it a 3, just to be nicer than Jay. Yeah. Fuck you, Jay.
I was not expecting that.
I'm giving it this equation.
15 times 15 plus 75?
That's not a 15. There's periods.
1.5 times 1.5 plus 7.5 plus 0.75. That's crazy. Honestly, just say the number, bro.
That's 3.
I'm trying to figure that shit out. Like, damn, like.
And what I said about math last time?
Listen, bro. Somebody had to say chocolate rain, and the nostalgia just fucking hit me in the head, bro. Holy fuck. It was like a fucking train. I was like, whoa, that era of YouTube. The name definitely adds up. Like Midwest Weekly feels like it's like a magazine, like an old dude magazine, and like this is the song that like advertises it.
An old dude magazine.
Well, I mean, depending on what you're into.
Okay. Okay.
You know, I say the numbers, bro.
All right.
Anyway,
just keep the number, bruh. Like, we don't gotta explain why. It's like we know why.
Listen, I'm gonna be totally fair. If this man got in a stew, it might up a couple points for me because the quality was really low. But I feel like his voice potential is so good. But he's got these fucking Travis Scott, like ad libs going on. And I'm like, yo, cut that. Just let your beautiful voice part do the work. Because he's like, oh no, bitch, and it's like
that sounded like a Disney movie, a Disney movie like number that you would get like in the beginning 3 numbers of a musical.
For real, bro. No cap. Musical number in Disney. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. 3. Shout out Midwest Weekly, bro. No cap. You're doing something hella different. I respect that heavily.
I'm gonna start with that actually, bro. You are doing something like I have never seen before. Hank KO killed me in the chat though, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. You're doing something I've never fucking seen before. And I'm serious. I'm curious to know your angle. I'm curious to know your angle, because like I wanna know what's up, bro. Like, but at the end of this, I'm gonna give you one of my favorite numbers, which is a 4. But I still got fucked with it. Like you entertained me. I'm gonna give you that, my boy. Like it was a good moment for me. You know what I'm saying? I was feeling a little dull for the time being, and you sparked me up. But I'm gonna give you a 4.
All right, y'all give me 1 second, judges. We're gonna have a final.
Yo.
So far away. Look at me.
All right.
Yo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's lit.
He's like the only person I've ever heard through streams with a voice like that. Like that's, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
For real. No cap.
Well, we have us a final, which is Blake Madness with 31.5, Midwest Weekly with 13.95. Shout out to both of these artists, but Blake Madness does advance to the next round.
Takes the W. That's my boy Blake.
Shout out Midwest Weekly. All right, 2 matchups left of the night, boys. And coming up next, we got us. Let's see who we got coming up next. We have JDE going up against AMAC. Let's hear from the artist.
You wanna calm down, come get it. I ain't come here to play none. Smoking the pound of the way time. In the perfumes all in my lungs, but I ain't done. Go ahead, roll another blunt. I'm stubborn, showing I'm a mother son. That's where this energy coming from. Hard work is how she make funds. Yo, what up, guys? It's JDE, and I'm in line for this Next Up Gauntlet, and I'm winning this Next Up Gauntlet. A little bit about myself with this music shit. I just got a vision behind it. I'm having fun. And I got a journey that I'm going across it. So if you guys want to join me, you got all means to do so. But sweet dreams out. Sweet dreams out now.
So, like, how do you expect me to start this promo video for this shit? Like what if I like start walking in there, you'd be on my back, and I'll walk in from over there, and then maybe we're gonna have to like put some filters, some shit like that on it. Like we do like a sepia filter. Nah, fuck that. That's stupid. We'll get rid of that shit. You know what we're gonna do? You know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna take you all the way up there, and I'll just toss you off. shock factor, right? You get in their fucking face. Get a little B-roll shots. We check out the price, we head over to the seesaw. What do you think, man? Yeah, fuck yeah, that's how I talk to you. Let's go. Thinking is hard! Maybe I'm just overthinking this shit, Like, maybe... Like, do I even put my music in it? Like, I don't know. They didn't tell me anything. They said, dude, just do a video. Just make a promo video. Like, do I even put my fucking music in it? Like, I don't know. Like, I know my shit's good. I know my shit's hot. I don't gotta prove it to myself. I gotta show all these people. Like, I know AMAC got that fucking fire. But what do? I don't fucking know what to do. There's so much bird shit up here. Used to be real nice talking to you, buddy. But, gotta do it for the video. See you on the other side. I am AMAC, aka Zella, aka Young Joker Smile. This is Next Up, and I am the motherfucking Next Up. Let's go!
Bruh. The most creative artist video of the Gauntlet so far, 100% goes to AMAC, bro. That
video was hilarious.
That was insane, bro. That was insane.
Is AMAC from Long Island, bro?
That was fire.
Is he from Long Island?
Is that what he said? I'm not sure.
I don't know. I didn't see that in the video because I kind of tuned in later, but I've seen those hoodies before.
Well, shoot. Boys, we're starting this one off with JDE, Stella So Stellar.
Vibes are good, yeah, you can't make me rage. Swipe through the boogie, back to that page. Hype tryna look, take peeks and next stage. Locked in kinda hugged, wait till I break the gauge. Roll up a joint just for the anxiety, weaken a point when I get clarity. Show me it's worth it, you'll get a dynasty. Moving perks with her dexterity. You got the warmth when I'm inside you, moving with me through turning tide. Already almost been one this time, shine bright in this daily light. Scream at, it's soon to be pimped out, only for me. Felt that, pick up a speed, no doubt. We on a spree, tires are spinning, gripping and rolling. Smoke through the cracks, it's feeling potent. But we living, fixing and going. Old two tracks, we're going dormant now. Vibes are good, yeah, you can't make me rage. Swipe through the boogie, back to that page. Hype tryna look, take peeks and next stage. Locked in kinda hugged, wait till I break the gauge. The only commission from him was in that ditch. Brakes hold on so the impact miss. It's my own fault so I can't be pissed. No, another day death was almost kissed. I feel your pain, sorry to put you through this. Yeah, you can't make me rage cause I'm feeling so blissed. 3K down on that page, it all happened so swift. Now together we age until you stick on my shifts. Baby, yeah, Stella, you my star on the daily, yeah. Catch me moving far, pushing 80, yeah. Tesla overcharged with power greatly there. Body curve not large, she ain't shakely, scares. Chills with them guards, it gets rainy over here. Filled to the bar, I can rarely ever spare. Holding not on par, baby, I'ma keep it real. Baby up the score, she wanna make it clear. Vibes are good, yeah, you can't make me rage. Swipe through the boogie, back to that page. Hype tryna look, take peeks and next stage. Locked in kinda hugged, wait till I break the gauge. Yeah, you can't make me rage, I don't feel out of place. Met your sister backstage, now you just wanna race. It was right to engage, taking flight from base. Stellar lights are ablaze, my sights are a gaze. Stella, you my star on the daily, yeah. Catch me moving far, pushing 80, yeah. Tesla overcharged with power greatly there. Body curve not large, she ain't shakely, scares. Seals with them guards, it gets rainy over here. Filled to the
right, boys, you have 2 minutes to vote on JDE in the chat. All right.
I really fuck with the super unique take on drill drums and like that drill sound that ends up making it really stand out aside from actual like the large sum of drill music that's out there. So then you get those drill drums in this really cool like synthy like melodic sound in the instrumental. And then the vocal performance, I feel like you could have, damn, your eyes is bulging, son. It stared me in the soul, scared me a little bit, kind of lost my track of thought. What was I saying? Your vocals, gotcha. Your vocals could have had like more, I guess, life to them. I feel like there's times where you could have had more variation in the, I guess, like your singing, but I know that you can experiment a lot more. So with time that ends up coming, because this is one of my clients. So I ended up working with him a lot, and I ended up making this beat, and I did fuck with the song in the studio. And then now how it's aging, I'm like, okay, there could be more variation in where it is, vocal wise. Outside of that, I gave it a 7.5 because I feel like there's much more that you could do with it to live it up.
All right.
I think that it was pretty solid, had a pretty good mix. I felt like the lows and the vocal were just a little bit muddy, tiny bit, but like the smallest amount, you know, not to where it ruined the song or anything. Had a good vibe, the beat was good. I'll give it a 7.
Yeah, good beat. Pretty solid mix too. I feel like there was a little bit too much repeating of the same flow. So it'd be like one line is and that'll repeat for like 7 more bars, and it's just like I'm hearing this too many times. I think within that you could have iterations where it like hits different notes and stuff like that, or you hit a falsetto or something, or you layer it up, do something a little bit more creative there. We're getting the webs the fuck out of here, boy. Yeah.
Oh, not webcam. Not webcam.
Yeah, not webcam-chat.xyz for adult dating site.
I'm sure we're both familiar with.
Oh, I just got that. Yo, I
was on there right before this stream.
Get rid of that.
Anyway, yeah, it was definitely solid. I feel like there just could have been more variation in there. And yeah, I think that was it. I'm giving it a 6. Speaking of which, a 6. I'm giving it a 6 for webcams-chat.xyz for best adult dating site.
Right.
For Rick 48, the thing he liked best about this song was I was listening to the beat, so it's crazy that Jay made that motherfucker. Cause I was like, damn, it's dope that this has New York drums, bro. So shout out Jay for the beat. But the record overall is another one that for me that just felt a little bit long in my opinion, and it just didn't pull me in all the way, and that's like the main thing for me. So like once it does that for me, and then I'm just like focusing on the beat, it's just hard for me to like get into it and say that it's a record I would play again. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 6 with 2017 as well.
All right, shout out to JDE, and his competition right here is AMAC with Outside.
Said I've been on the outside looking in. Let me say that shit again, cause I've been on the outside looking in. Look at him, said I've been on the outside looking in. Aim at run it back, say that shit again, cause I've been on the outside looking in. Hold up, wait, look at him, look at Grim, all black like the Reaper. I'ma do it my way, I don't need a preacher. I just need a teacher who could teach me all my lessons. Finally free from adolescence, so I'm counting on my blessings. The pain got me stressing every day. They call me crazy, you a lame, whack
fucking lazy. I don't fuck with that fugazi shit. You do the most, you should be saving it. I grab the bag, I'm going ghost, just like Swayze did. But careful who you cut it with, that shit can make a difference. I only split it with my slimes to help us move position. Greed that pumping through my system, money my addiction. Outcast killer coming quick with not a lick of fiction. Let me halt and burn to ash because I love the friction. Nothing funny about your come up industry auditions. They finna pump up your prescription till it cause conniption. This life ain't what you thought it was, it's not how you envision. But I've been on the outside looking in, so I see this shit day and day again. Said I've been on the outside looking in from a friend. That's a fucked up way to end it. I've been on the outside, and now I'm looking in. Said I've been on the outside looking in. Let me say that shit again, cause I've been on the outside looking in. Look at him, said I've been on the outside looking in. AMAC run it back, say that shit again, cause I've been on the outside looking in. Hold away, look at him, hold away, look at him, Yo, dude, check that shit. Yo, nigga got a nice chain, bro. Yo, that's it for him. That's a lick right there. That's a hit. Alright, you gonna take the steak knife? Yo, that's mine. I got that shit. Let's get that shit. That's it. Hold up. This is just the introduction. Insane came to cause destruction. Whack rap with all production. Make them all contract consumption. Instantaneous combustion. What is left is really nothing. Greatest evil is assumption. What you heard is really something.
All right, boys. The poll is in the chat. How many minutes do we have? You guessed it. Dose. That's 2 if you didn't know. Let's show. All right, Jay.
All right, so it felt like that ending part was mad unnecessary, and then the ending part had stacks in it that were like overriding each other, and they weren't in sync. They were all just kind of fighting to be heard. So then ends up making me kind of, it's harder for me to understand what's being said at the end, because then it's a lot of things overlapping. So outside of that, the beginning was a little too long for the intro. I felt like that dragged on a little too long. The beat smooth though. I actually do funk with the sample, the way that the drums are knocking. I like how that sounds, and then the way you did flow on it was smooth. It's just I feel like some of the bars were a little bit like, I guess, because like in this kind of sound it's a little more important to have those crazy punchlines or like those things that hit harder, that make you remember like, oh, he said that shit. A lot of it was more so like sentences, or like you're kind of just talking on the beat, where it doesn't really feel like there's a lot of like heavy lyricism at play. So I gave it a 7.
I'm gonna give it like a 6, because it was just kind of like dull for the most part for me. Like it was just kind of like on, to be honest with you. It'd be good for like studying or some shit like that, when you just playing a video game or something and you got someone in the background or some shit like that. I feel like it's a vibe, you know, but like it's not a competition winner, you know. I don't really feel like this song should have been in the competition, to be real, but yeah.
Wait, did you give a number?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, 6.
You did your number?
Oh, okay. My fault. I missed that. Honestly, I was catching the vibe on this one. I don't even like this style very much. Like, I don't listen to this very often. But yeah, I feel like if the intro is a bit shorter, that outro where I was like, I don't know if y'all could hear me or saw me go like this, but I was like, I think it should have ended right there. There was like a weird little blip of outro, and I felt like it was already set up for a perfect ending on your little vox right before that outro section. Like, I thought it could have just ended and maybe have a bit of a reverb tail at the end. Like, I felt like that was a perfect way to finale like the song. You know, help with replay value a little bit as well. And yeah, maybe, of course, I mean, there's always something you could do better in the mix. So, you know, there's a few details here and there, but I love your delivery. Touching on the writing side of things, I do think the direction you took wasn't like a bad way of writing it in any means. I thought you used some really cool words in there, and you were like flowing on time, and it was keeping my head like kind of wanting to go with your flow, right? Like, it kept me wanting to do that. But I agree, definitely needs more like really creative, you know, 3-way punchlines. It's like it can mean this, and this all at the same time. And so if those were added, I think it would have boosted it for sure. But yeah, study beat type vibe, 7.5. I love this, like, I love the chill vibe. I just don't listen to like this style with like vocals and stuff very often. But yeah, I love the sort of chill feel that it had. Keep going.
Right.
It felt chill, but like it was like too chill for me personally. Like, it just felt dull. Like, and I sat there and I tried to like debate for me if it was just the fact that like maybe I'm tired or something. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't that after I determined. So like it just I don't know. It just needed some more energy from me. So I'm gonna give it a 6.
All right. Well, judges, y'all give me 1 second, and we are gonna have a final score. By the way, what did everybody eat tonight, huh?
Bro, I gotta get some food, right?
I had a margarita pizza.
What? What type of liquor?
Margarita pizza. You said what type of liquor? You
Yeah.
said margarita pizza.
That's what I said. I said, what type of liquor is that?
There's no liquor in that. It's a pizza.
Where's the margarita though?
That's what I'm saying.
That's just, I don't know, man. I didn't
temple or something like.
I didn't name it, man. I just bought it and ate it. It's a margarita pizza, bro.
What makes it margarita?
New Amsterdam.
I don't fucking know, man. Look it up. What makes a margarita pizza a margarita?
Motherfucker, the king of pizzas? The fuck y'all asking for? What the fuck?
The king of
this man is like a scientist for pizzas. How the fuck he's supposed to know how it's a margarita?
What makes it a margarita?
What's a cheese pizza, bro?
What makes it a margarita, bro?
That's what I fucking thought. A cheese pizza is a cheese pizza. So what the fuck is a margarita pizza?
It's right in the name though.
It's it's a margarita with pepperoni.
Made up, fucking poured it on there.
It got pepper. It's a margarita.
Margarita
and the
mix.
pup is made out of pizza crust.
Maybe it's like margarita a place or some shit. Why are we going on about
margarita
this? This is the dumbest combo.
Because Emma brought up food.
God damn.
All right, boys.
Good job, bro.
This one was so close. I mean, this one was so close. We don't have a tiebreaker. We don't. But a 0.2 difference, we would have had a tiebreaker. Okay?
Damn.
Okay, so the final
Give Emma
score.
a kiss on screen.
Can we get a drum roll? Drum roll?
Oh.
Whoa. What was that?
That was my hand.
Okay. JDE ended up with 28.65. AMAC ended up with 29.6, sending AMAC on to the second round. That one was hella close. That one almost had a tiebreaker. Almost. Yo, but shout out to JDE, shout out to AMAC as well. Intensifies about to blow me a kiss as well. Okay, so I'm talking about dubs, man. Dubs.
Hey, yo.
It is now time for the main event. It is now time for the main event of the night, and let's see what we got coming up here. All right, so
Do not do that.
this right here is I'm sorry, hold on, Emma hit the wrong thing. Okay, anyways, let's do that again. Coming up last of the night, we have JC301 going up against Drew. Let's hear from Drew.
What if I'm Drew and I'm gonna win them Next Up Gauntlet? The reason I think I'm finna win is just I'm versatile and I got a different sound. So let's see how it goes. God bless.
All right, well, that's another one that was, straight up short and to the point. Somebody hit up JC3 and to ask him where his promo video is, man. Where that promo at, man?
Come on, man.
Goodness. Okay. All right, boys. Well, this is Jane from Drew. Let's check it out. right, boys, the poll is in the chat. 2 minutes to vote for Drew.
The song was fire, but your vocals are disappearing in the mix, like completely. Like where it's, I don't hear your voice more than I hear your voice. It's more like in the background. And then the beat, fire as fuck, super unique sound. I do like the creativity behind that. It would have been an 8 if I could hear your vocals more. So I gave it a 7.
It was good. I feel like your vocal mix was pretty decent, but they were, like Jay said, a little bit quiet. I would have just brought them up a little bit. The song was good. I'll give it a 7.
Yeah, I agree with the vocals thing. Definitely they were disappearing and you know, competing with the melody and some of those synths and whatever. I love the outro. Again, I mean, ear candy doesn't have to just be the beat, but you did a nice little touch there with the outro. I don't know if you added that or if that was already in the beat or if you produced this. I don't know. I don't know who did the production, but it was nice. Super clean, super cool. I loved your flow and I loved your delivery. I was not a big fan of the writing. Felt like it was a lot of just standardized rap bars, like melodic rap bars. So more of a story, something more creative there I think would have helped with my score, but I still gave it an 8 because I would listen to this multiple times again. Definitely clean. Yeah.
For me, this was another one. I don't think it was bad, but I don't think it was anything that like blew me away personally. I kind of just sit in the middle, and I don't have necessarily anything bad to say, but like I don't have too many like amazing things to say about it. Besides, like it's a decent record. I'm gonna give it a 7 as well.
All right, the 7, and shout out to Drew. Shout out to Drew, and his competition is JC301. The name of this song is On My Mind.
I never thought that I'd really fall in love with your smoke on the gas, time don't pass, that's that gorilla. Yo, tell your signs, tell your heart, now stop with you. I'm in her head, ain't no rush, girl, it's up with you. Love how you laugh, how you taste, I can't get rid of you in my thoughts, see a smile in my eyes, little. Fuck all the time while we high, pussy got a trigger, fuck just getting by, we use this time to go and stat these figures. Oh my mind, I say that shit like all the time. Girl, make you so proud, stop fucking with them clowns. My love for you is so loud, I'm rolling in the clouds. Yeah, taking trips around the solar. Hey, yeah, we some lonely stoners. Hey, we could be bipolar, but you hold down like so what? Just hop in the whip and just hold on. We doing a dash, digital dash. Toss on my ass, man, I hope I don't crash. I got a stash, so with them racks, step on my lap, and you will never lack, no. Don't let them go just so they ain't never been in your shoes. And they'll start trapping for you. I just gotta stack all these bills. How you laugh, how you taste, I can't get rid of you in my thoughts. See a smile in my eyes, little. Fuck all the time while we high, pussy got a trigger. Fuck just getting by, we use this time to go and stack these figures. Oh my mind, I say that shit like all the time. Girl, make you so proud, stop fucking with them clowns. My love for you is so loud, I'm rolling in the clouds. I still wanna love you even though you know you're toxic. Got me love scarred like we met up in a mosh pit. I know you're bad as fuck if we're both being honest, but you ran out of luck when you broke every promise. Late at night I scoop we go, call my plug, he bless the bro. I've been getting bread instead, shorty you live in my head. And every time you say my name I wake up right in your bed. I never thought you cut so deep with every word I fucking bled. But I love how you laugh, how you taste, I can't get rid of you in my thoughts. See a smile in my eyes, little. Fuck all the time while we high, pussy got a trigger. Fuck just getting by, we use this time to go and stack these figures. Oh my mind, I say that shit like all the time. Girl, make you so proud, stop fucking with them clowns. My love for you is so loud, I'm rolling in the clouds.
And for the last time tonight, the poll is in the chat to vote for JC301. 2 minutes, guys.
The drums and the beat gotta come up more so they hit around where your vocals are sitting. Your vocals are sitting pretty well. The things that the mix in the last song didn't do well, they did well in this song. I like the beat in the last song a lot more than this one. This was very kind of like bare bones, basic kind of guitar beat type beat. Outside of that, your vocal performance is pretty decent. I mean, outside of that, bro, I gave that also like a 7, bro. I feel like that's pretty down the middle. What you lacked in your song was delivered in the other. What lacked in the other was delivering in yours. Next.
Same shit. I would say like right down the middle. Obviously, like it's a really well put together song. I think the vocal mix was kind of lacking a little bit in the lower area. I feel like you could have made it a little bit richer. Seemed like you did a little bit too hard of a low cut, but other than that, I liked everything else about it. I'm gonna go with like a 8.
Yeah, solid, down the middle. Didn't like it quite as much as the last song, personally. But yeah, it's still quite solid. And JC's getting better and better. I mean, this is from 9 months ago. I mean, every single month that goes by, you progress. I'd like to hear some of the most recent stuff, because I know even just a couple of months ago when he was sending me stuff to my streams, it was like I saw progression in like 2 or 3 months from this guy. So I can only imagine what he's doing now. So 7 from me.
Right. No, Rick, back on the mute. Good.
I had to mute for a second. But for me, I think this was a dope record. I think you put it together cool and shit. But at the same time, like, I liked it, but I've also heard the song, like, I feel like I've heard it before. And I don't think you did a bad job at it type shit. But I'm gonna just give my rating so we can just get this over with. I'm gonna give it an 8 too.
Right. Rick 48 gives it an 8. Another one of your favorite numbers, huh?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
The show.
Got 48 in the report.
All right, y'all give me just a second and we're gonna have a final score. By the way, chat, let me know who has been your favorite artist that you have discovered in this gauntlet so far. Let me know.
Midwest Weekly. Oh,
That's my boy.
Weekly.
That's my boy right there. What'd he say again?
I already forgot, bro.
I love the way you look at me.
How you say it? I just need the melody.
What's the melody?
Oh, you don't want Mo to do that melody. No.
Yeah,
I do.
Please.
To be honest, I do. When I hear bro, sing that shit.
I'm trying to sing that shit, bro. Damn.
All right.
I love the way.
I still don't remember it.
Yeah.
That shit sound like, L, it's for the way you look at me. That's
That's what I'm thinking when I hear that too. Fuck.
Well, you've been combing your beard for 15 minutes.
Draining it over.
I'm actually, it's like it's a stone that you rub on your face to like help get rid of scar tissue and shit.
Oh, it's a stone?
Hey,
it
I'm
looks like
sorry.
a comb.
Rick.
Yeah, it looks like a comb for sure.
Rick, your score was 8, correct?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
One of my favorite numbers.
That's right. Oh.
That dead ass looked like it was combing.
Nah, it's just like a little stone thing that you're supposed to like press hard on your face, and it like helps get rid of like inconsistencies in your skin and shit like that.
That looks
Wait,
like.
why does this look like a knife hand?
I was about to say that looks like an Applebee's knife.
Hold on.
It's just a.
All right, boys, we have us a final score. All right, so this ended up with JC301 ended up with 33.5, and Drew ended up with 31.9, sending JC301 to round 2. And round 2 will take place next week, guys. There's still 2 more streams left of the first round, tomorrow night and Friday. And man, What a night. What a night, boys.
Be there or be square.
Be there or be
Or
square.
pineapple.
Yo, the gauntlet continues. The gauntlet continues.
Another one.
Well, boys, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everyone who pulled up to the stream tonight. Hope to see y'all tomorrow. Guys, this thing is just starting to kick off, just starting to get interesting. Judges, do we have any final words?
Of course.
What you got, bro?
I hope everybody has a good night, and make sure y'all are KOK. And I hope that y'all are all KOK if you're KOK.
That was very nice of you.
Of course.
Anyone else?
I'm blessing. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Bring that heat tomorrow. Follow us all on Instagram if you know what they are. I'm not going to say them.
I'll tell you what. On the next stream, we're going to link the judges' Instagrams down below in the description, so y'all can just go click on that.
Yes.
That's smart. That's a smart move.
That'd be fire.
July, you have anything?
Good shit tonight.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Tomorrow is the day. Appreciate all of you guys. Zavanoya, Donatello, Exos. Hope to see y'all tomorrow night. And yep, that's just going down. Until next time, boys. July Project 2017. Rick 48. My name is Mo.
And we will see y'all tomorrow night, boys. Let's do it. The gauntlet continues.
Am I still going to have to hold a peace sign up for the hot minute?